Alright, so put the two balls aside and you're just going to start with one. This is the easiest part of the whole juggling process. All you're going to do is throw this one from hand to hand, just like this. Just do this until you get comfortable and until you can catch it consistently at consistent heights. So by consistent height, I mean it should peak at around the same area. So for me it peaks here-ish. Just like that.
What's up, everybody? My name is Rowan, also known as the Bishop on my YouTube channel. Go check that out. Yeah. So when you're juggling two balls, what you're gonna do is you're gonna start with your dominant hand. See, I'm a right-handed, so I'm gonna start with my right hand. If you're left hand, start with your left hand. So what you're gonna do is when this ball from your dominant hand, you're gonna toss it up and it should peak right around here. Not too high, not too low, right? Then once it peaks, you're gonna take the second one and toss it underneath like this, kind of making an X, right? So it should look like this, just like that. And if you're left-handed, it's the same thing, just like this, right? And so either it might take you a few seconds or a couple of minutes to get used to it, but I recommend you do it quite a bit because juggling all three is going to be hard. Now, onto three balls.
Alright, so now that you've at least mastered two, or pretty close to mastered, we're going to start with three. Put two in your dominant hand and one in your other hand. You're going to start and you're just going to get comfortable with that third ball in your hand. So for most people, the hardest part is getting this third ball out of the hand. So we're just going to practice getting it out. So we're just going to throw one, two, and throw the third. Better job. We'll just keep doing that until you can get the third ball out of your hand consistently.
Alright, I'm back again. I just got my fat ass off that bench. Okay? So, since Carrie nicely taught you how to juggle three, we can move on to tricks. Alright, so my favorite trick to do is where you're juggling all three, then you start juggling with one hand, and you go back to three, and you start juggling with the other hand. So, it kind of looks like this. It looks just like that. And yeah, so what I do is I start juggling a little bit, right? And then once I get into the flow of things, I kind of like stop juggling, right? So this one will be exit out of the equation, and then it'll just be one hand, right? So once you get used to doing one hand, you start to juggle. Get it back into the juggle by having one of the balls tossed up, and then you toss it, so it should look like that. Once you get back into juggling three. And then for the other hand, same exact thing.
So if you feel like you've mastered one hand juggling, you can move on to something called columns, where you throw two up and one up. So you're juggling two with one hand, and then you're throwing this one up every few throws like this. But that's called columns.
Okay, so we're gonna start by going underneath the legs, right? Just like this. And then you're into the juggle. And then boom, just like that.
The next trick I'll be teaching you is called tennis. This trick's a little harder than juggling three balls because you have to throw on the outside of your normal cascade. Right? You just want to practice throwing this one ball over and then practice with the other hand. Next, what you want to do is you want to just pretty much put those together, throw back and forth above. So, because I keep the same ball in my hand as I go. Yeah, that's pretty much
Alright,
how
so-
you do it.
Another little trick, easy to do. It's just another starter, but it depends where you start it. Start like on a wall like this, just a starter. But if you start on a pair of lockers, that's gonna be a long-term trick because the ball's gonna keep going on the lockers. So, what you want to do is you're gonna get your balls. You're gonna want to get your balls. You're gonna want to bounce them off the wall. I like this. Boom, and then keep on going. You didn't see that because you have eye problems. Alright, we're keeping that in. Alright, so you're just gonna toss one up, boom, and catch it basically. Just playing catch. But also you're kind of not because you're tossing. And just like that.
For the first time, both of us will be in this one. Because this is another starter. Now, I wanted to show this, so...
Alright, so this might take a few takes.
Just like that, my dudes.
Just like that.
Pog, bruh.
Yeah.
If you don't know what pog means, you
Just
obviously just
yeah.
don't
play
know.
games. Yeah. But yeah. So
Just like
all I
that.
have to do is
Easy
just
starter.
calmly toss it up, and he has to just juggle it, and that's
Okay.
it. That's it.
Next trick is called reverse cascade. Now, I know that sounds frightening, but it's just the opposite of this. So, I know. Yes, I know it's the opposite of that because it's reversed, but you know. Fuck. Okay, so the next trick is called the reverse cascade. So this is the cascade, this is the reverse. I'm going to quickly teach it to you. So instead of throwing on the inside, just like in tennis, if you've learned it, you're throwing on the outside. So the best way to practice is to get good at tennis and just get good at throwing the ball over the top.
Bro, I am so sorry how many bloopers I made.
Oh, it's fine. It's how it's funny sometimes, you know?
But like when you're like the reverse cow game, whatever it's called, it's scary. I was just like, how is that scary? It's not. And then when I was just like, can you fix the the utter look of just anger, just like
Literally a minute of footage on blooper. That's
yeah,
so dumb.
straight. Like that entire thing was a blooper. But you did
Straight
get
up.
dunked on though. Like
But you're short.
I'm 5'7".